Fantasy Team Outlook time. Let's get it. Welcome in, everybody. Today we're going to dive deep into the Fantasy Team Outlook for the 2022 Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are in more of a rebuilding mode type of season. They don't look to make much noise in 2022. As we look at last year's standings, the Panthers finished 2021 as the number 4 team in their division. They finished behind the Bucks, Saints, and Falcons at 5-12-0. With Christian McCaffrey back in the fold, the Panthers look to improve on that mark in 2022. This year in the draft, the Carolina Panthers only took one player who I believe could be fantasy relevant in 2022. Matt Corral is the quarterback from Ole Miss who was selected in the 3rd round of this year's draft. Sam Darnold will begin the season as the starting quarterback, but it's only a matter of time before he gets yanked from his short leash and allows Corral to have the shot to be the face of the franchise. Now let's look over an overview of the fantasy football targets for the Carolina Panthers in 2022. We are going to break this down into 3 categories. The first category is studs. These are players that you can easily plug and play regardless of matchups. Studs can win you weeks even against difficult defenses. The next category is starters. These are players that you will start almost every week, except there could be a few weeks where matchups can dictate whether you start them or not. The last category we'll talk about is the flex. These are players that you can plug into your flex position and they have a chance to have a fantasy relevant game, but cannot be counted on every week due to inconsistency. In the stud category, we're going to look at running back Christian McCaffrey. In the starters category, we're going to look at wide receiver DJ Moore. In the flex category, we don't have anyone. Now let's dive into each one of those fantasy football targets for 2022. First up, we have Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey finished last season as the running back number 38 and is the lone bright spot of the Panthers' fantasy output. McCaffrey has the ability to be the number 1 overall player in fantasy this season. He just has to stay away from the injury bug. The last couple of years, he has been plagued with injuries. He plays for a team that has difficulty competing at a high level. If you draft McCaffrey and he is healthy, you start him every week no matter who they're playing. You're just going to have to hold your breath each week in 2022. Next, we have the number 18 wide receiver last year in DJ Moore. Moore signed a 3-year extension in the offseason with the Panthers and looks to be locked in as the number 1 wide receiver for the next few years. Moore will provide consistent wide receiver numbers for your fantasy team, even with the underwhelming offense that he is in. Look for Moore to be an early round target in your drafts in 2022. As always, thank you for watching the video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content that we're putting out. I can't wait to see you in the next video. We'll see you next time.